Welcome! My name is Debbie and this is Pouring My Art Out for the Lord. And I'm going to continue in my Junk Journal 101 series. This was a series that started at level 1 for the absolute beginner. I walk through everything in a lot of detail. Hopefully, anyone who's just starting can make the level 1 journal. Then I do a little bit more complicated in level 2. And this time we're going to start level 3. So I'm just going to quickly show you what we did before if you weren't a part of this, or it's been a while anyways. I'll link the playlist below for the Junk Journal 101. It'll be Junk Journal 101 playlist, so you can look at all the videos. I think there's 17 videos already in there. So this was the very first journal that we made. I gave you a choice of two covers. This was a little kit in my coffee shop, and I will link my coffee shop down below as well. And there's a category or playlist in there called Junk Journal 101, so you can see all of the parts of that. I'll just, I keep adding to it, so I'll just do the playlist and the category in coffee, so you can check that out. So we just put together this little journal, and I had some kind of grungy lined paper here. We did a little bit of tags and journal cards and stuff, just very basic. These kind of pages that I gave you in this kit can be used for all of your journals. Like they're a really basic kit that you can use. Like I use this kind of page in all of my journals for writing, here and there. There's all different sizes of lines and grids and just for interest. So if you haven't picked that up and that's of interest, check that out. So we did just some different pockets, just pretty basic. It was one signature and pocket, yeah, this pocket. Just one signature, and we just wrapped this piece of cardstock around for the cover, really basic. I also gave you in the kit some words and quotes to put in the journal, and that was basically level 1. So check that out if you're interested. Then we moved on to level 2, and this was a kit that I had actually offered in my shop for I think it was a $5 purchase. You got this for free, so lots of people took advantage of that. And I did, I can't remember, a couple of videos on this one as well. This one uses a lunch bag for the cover. So if you're interested in making that, check that out. This kit is available for sale in my coffee shop. It's no longer free, unfortunately. This one was sort of kicking it up a notch. We did some tags, we did some, kind of little bit more interesting stacked pockets, belly bands, a little bit different things. So I showed you how to make all of these things. I did a couple of extra, I think these were, well, this one I don't think I can't remember. I did some freebies, some extra freebies as well, that are available in my coffee shop that coordinated with this, and I can't remember now which was which, but we did, kind of a little stuff tag here. This was just a little coin envelope with a window in it. So we made some few little extra things like that. This was just a little flip thing. So a couple of extra, things that we kicked it up a notch. And so there was that one. And this one also had some nice lined paper and lots of yellows and things like that. So there was that one. And then this one that we're going to do next is going to be using, got things everywhere here. We're going to be using my Canadian Wildlife Journal pages. And I had made this kit actually last January. I absolutely love this kit, and I never did put mine together. I had the pages, I worked on the pages digitally for hours and days and weeks probably. There's tons of layers here. I just really like how they turned out. There's a flip through, I'll link below, a flip through of all of the pages, and I talk about the animals and how I made the pages and stuff. in that video, so I won't belabor the point here. But so there's 25 pages. Some of them are more plain, so you can use them for, you know, further decorating with pockets and things, and some of them are pretty much complete as is. So there's a good variety there. So we're going to be using this. So I've printed and folded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 pages. So there's 25 total pages. So I printed one of the backings probably twice. I don't remember what I did exactly here. But there's, so you can print, there's 25 pages. You can print one page twice if you want 13 pages. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a 3 signature journal. The other 2 journals were just 1 signature. That was just the way it's sewn in here. So there's just one, this whole pack of paper is just 1 signature here. So we're gonna kick it up a notch again this time, and we're going to do 3 signatures. So part of this signature will be, so 4, 4, and 5. I might take a paper out because I might just use 12 because I like things sort of even, so I might just take one paper out and just have 4 papers in each signature. So 4, 4, and 4 for 3 signatures. And then the other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put coffee dyed paper into the signatures as well. And I don't think I have an example of, I do this in all of my journals, but I think next time I'm just going to go through just a quick walkthrough of how I coffee dye paper. There's so many, if you want to look at YouTube, you can find so many different ways to coffee dye paper, and I've used different methods myself, but I'm just going to give you one simple method to try. So this is just my 20-pound paper stash of coffee dyed paper that I have just kind of at the ready here. Some of it is sort of uniform, some of it is really grungy, you know, all kinds of, because I've done this different times and different, some of it I have printed on, some is dark, some is ripped, because sometimes it rips when you do this process, but that's fine because you don't always use a complete page, so don't throw those away. So we'll go over how to coffee dye paper. So I'm going to add some coffee dyed paper into each of the signatures. And then I'm also going to put a couple of interesting elements inside the signature. So I'll have some other parts to the signature. So next time we'll talk about that. What we're going to use for the cover this time is a manila folder. It doesn't have to be, this is a legal size one, but it doesn't have to be a legal sized one because it just has to be as tall as our pages. And it doesn't really matter the width if it's a little bit different. I'm just going to cut this part off, at least this part. This I might leave on. Most of the file folders will have these score marks in the center, and that's what we're going to use for our signatures. So we're going to do 3 signatures. So in between this line, so this outer line and this outer line, there's 3 inside score marks. So that's where we're going to sew our signatures into 1, 2, 3. If your file folder doesn't look like that with the scores, don't worry, we can put the scores in, and you can really use anything else that's big enough. Like a page this size will not be big enough, but you can use you know, a cereal box. You can use, I have some 11 by 17 cardstock, which I was going to use actually, but I figured everybody's not going to have that. So most of us have a file folder, so that's what I'm going to use. The other thing that I am going to do is go through a little bit more techniques than we've done before. So this time I'm going to talk about kind of adding a little pizzazz to our pages, I guess, especially the coffee dyed pages. So we're going to talk about stamping, stenciling, and inking. So we haven't really talked about those three things before. And I'm also going to talk about lace and fibers, ribbon, trims, that sort of thing. So we'll get some texture onto our journals. So those two kind of categories. And then the other thing that I'm going to do is I just have this kit with the pages, and I didn't ever go back. I had thought about it, but I had never gone back and made kind of an add-on kit that had, you know, pieces of ephemera. So like the matching, like we had done in the in this journal, for example, I had given you this kind of thing. So pieces that match, like tags, things like that, pockets, words, more pockets, little tags, all different things like that that you can use to decorate your journal, but that will coordinate with this. And it's really fun once you get junk journaling to use, you know, things that you just have around you in your stash. And I don't really like completely matchy journals. Some ladies make matchy gorgeous journals. It's just not really my thing. So I like to use a little bit of things that are, you know, a little bit different. Like, you know, I might use this on here. It's got a little bit of blue, kind of ties it together. That one's kind of maybe a little bit out there, but you know, I'll tie in some pieces that are different colors, and it just makes it a little bit more eclectic, which is what I like. But for this, because this is kind of just a beginner session, I'm just going to give you some ephemera that matches. So what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to work on this for 2 months, January and February 2025, and each week I'm going to give you some ephemera. And it's going to be offered as a freebie. I did this when I did the Sparrows and Lilies project last year. I'm just going to offer it in my coffee shop for free for 1 week. So if you are following along with me, you pick it up that week and you're done. At the end, if you've missed any, or if you're just listening to this a year later or whatever, I'm going to compile all of those extra ephemera freebies and offer it into my coffee shop. All of my kits are very reasonably priced. They're, you know, just a couple of dollars. Mostly I'm just looking to get, you know, back the money that I pay to store them and process payments and all that kind of stuff. So just for a couple of dollars, it'll be in the coffee shop. So if you miss some, don't worry about it. It'll be available at the end. So that is my plan. I've made a few little pieces, but I haven't made them all yet. So I don't even know what I'm going to make, but there'll be, you know, tags and envelopes and that sort of thing. So I think that is kind of all I wanted to talk about this time. So if you're interested, check out this kit in the coffee shop, and you can purchase that and follow along. Oh, I'm also putting this kit on sale for the month for the duration of this project. So I think I'm going to probably put it on sale for half price. So if you want to pick this kit up, probably for the month of January and February, it'll be half price. So this would be a good time to pick that up if you're going to work along with me. If you're just a beginner and you haven't watched the other videos, check those out as well. And but anybody can really follow. Like, this is not going to be complicated, but you know, it's a little bit step up. So but I think, you know, probably anybody with a little bit of, you know, paper handling experience can handle it just fine. Anyway, I think that's all I wanted to say. So if you'd like to follow along, check out the kit, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss. I'm not going to do it on a regular schedule. I'm just going to do it roughly once a week. So if you want to subscribe and get the notifications, you can see when I've put up a video for this. And yeah, so blessings, and we'll see you soon in the next video.